Tonight, from Levi Stadium in Santa Clara, California, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Nick Mullins and the San Francisco 49ers taking on Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers.
We are about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Levi Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was deafening. They're set for football as the 49ers get ready to do battle with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. Set to do the honors here, and we are underway from Santa Clara. Now this will make it into the end zone, and he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by a man who rewrote Brett Favre's passing records at Southern Miss. It's Nick Mullins.
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that told me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run for the first time with Jerick McKinnon. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Tyler Ervin back deep. Fights loose. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return, and it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Leading offense out here, the same man who has been doing so since 2008. That's the great Aaron Rodgers.
And the question swirled around Green Bay all offseason in free agency and through the draft. Did they acquire enough pieces to help their all-star quarterback, Aaron Rodgers? Just think about the last 2 years for him. 51 touchdown passes, just 6 interceptions, and rallied the Packers to 13 regular season wins last year and a trip to the NFC Championship game. He's still one of the top quarterbacks in the league, and the Packers are hoping to take the next step.
Rodgers now on 1st down. He gets this to Davante Adams. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
For the Packers and Niners, this, of course, a rematch of the NFC Championship game from a year ago. And that game belonged to the 49ers. You might remember Raheem Mostert. Boy, he really made a name for himself in that one. 220 yards on the ground, 4 touchdown runs in the 37-20 victory that sent the 49ers to Miami.
It's a first down on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of 10.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good. That middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well. And he's got it.
It's a gain of 7, and that'll bring up second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the shotgun, a give to Jones.
And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 27.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
So many times someone's success is the product of a lot of things coming together really well. And for Aaron Jones in 2019, it all came together for him. He stayed healthy, was on the field for all 16 games, got handed the ball 100 more times last year, and as an end result, broke 1,000 yards in a season rushing for the first time in his career.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. And his throw here's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive, as this is 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, it has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
So 1st and goal now from the 7-yard line.
And again, it's Rodgers. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Rodgers connecting with Equinemius St. Brown. And the Packers have taken the early lead. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stuff it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And the result, a Green Bay score.
Mason Crosby.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Here's Richie James on the return. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own.
The San Francisco 49ers 4-4 now through their first 8 games of the year. They drop a 10-point decision at Seattle in Week 8. And the Niners, remember, last year 13-3. So this loss puts them above their loss total from all of 2019. And Charles, Jimmy Garoppolo is still struggling with that ankle. So he tried to go, but he left the game. Back comes Nick Mullins. Now you have a short week coming up. The Packers on Thursday night. What should the 49ers do about that QB position?
I think with a short week coming up, you go with the healthier Nick Mullins, who played fairly well in relief of Jimmy Garoppolo on Sunday. Make him your quarterback for this week and march that way. You know, going right up to the wire with a quarterback, that unsettles a team a little bit. Let Jimmy Garoppolo try and get right, but go with Nick Mullins against Green Bay in this one.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Coleman now. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
2nd and 9 now. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. There he goes left side. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play. The pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
Now Crosby for the point after. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this carries into the end zone. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Nick Mullins in the offense set to take over. And now, Charles, this becomes a pretty important second drive for them. They're already down a pair of scores here in the first quarter.
As you noted, they're down 2 scores, and to me, they're down a possession or a service break if this were tennis, right? Because they just gave one up. Only their second drive now. Run their offense, try and get back into the game that way, and then look for some help from their defense.
Trying to forget about that pick six last time out. Mullins and the Niners now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They begin the drive with Coleman. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He was brought down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
It's Preston Smith. He gets the sack there.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
The football going back to the Green Bay Packers, who are at 5-2 now on the year. They lose their 2nd game in 3 weeks in Week 8. This one a bit of a surprise. Minnesota was struggling, but they come into Green Bay and beat the Packers 28-22. It was also the first division loss in Matt LaFleur's time in charge as head coach. But Davante Adams officially back from injury. He had 2 touchdowns in Week 7 versus Houston, then 3 more versus the Vikings, tying him for the league lead with 7 now on the year. So obviously an incredibly key piece to that puzzle as the Packers move forward. And they've got a short week, and they need Davante Adams and company to step up because they go to Santa Clara on a Thursday night to face the 49ers. That, of course, an NFC title game rematch from a year ago.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. A gain of 2 on the play. And this is 3rd down.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
On 4th down, here's Green Bay's 3rd-year punter, J.K. Scott.
Back deep, Trent Taylor. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here, as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
And San Francisco gets set to go here. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of 1st downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 1st downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. His throw incomplete. Kendrick Bourne, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Coleman.
Yeah, he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Jones. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
3rd down.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. And Adams has it complete. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first.
First down.
A pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense probably need to get off the field in those situations on 3rd down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last 3rd down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another 1st down, almost back to the drawing board.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7.
Working from the gun. Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
First down, Packers.
They'll run on first down. It's Jones. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Ray Greenlaw on the tackle.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Rodgers. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
To Devontae Adams.
It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
That's the end of the first quarter.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. To throw is Rodgers, operating from the gun. Touchdown, Packers! Mercedes Lewis there to make the grab. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Extra point try now for Crosby. And it is now 21-0. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it ends with a Packers touchdown.
49ers nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Now James returning. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10. At their own.
Nick Mullins in the offense set to take over. In second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates, find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse. They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Coleman, the ball carrier.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll break the huddle and come out with 4 receivers, 3 of them to the right side, 2nd and 7. Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
40-yard line.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Here's 2nd and 8. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
9-yard line.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
2 yards.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
2nd down, McKinnon. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
The Niners on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
Their own 22-yard line.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 22. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, CD, we are through 8 weeks of the 2020 NFL schedule. Now, 12 teams have played exactly 8 games. The other 20, because of open weeks, will reach that number next week, week 9. But I want to go through a few of the teams with 8 games, and you tell me where you think that they're going to finish up. Let's start with the Browns at 5 and 3.
And I thought that they'd be 6 and 2. I thought they beat Las Vegas last week. So due to inconsistency, I'm going to give them 9 and 7.
All right, same record right now. Other
That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. 78 yards. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch. Take it to the house. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Here's James. Oh, a good return up past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Just take over 1st and 10.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more.
These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
That's caught by Werner, the tight end.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 10 and a 49er 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
Coleman. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, they sent the power set out there, and their job is to be man-on-man and move people so they can run the football. But that time, too many men didn't get moved in the box defensively. They end up throwing him for a loss.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half, because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series, before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
51's the mic. 51's the mic. Get ready. Up. Get ready.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Number 12 back out there. Aaron and his Packer teammates set to begin their drive. He's enjoying a great deal of success. His team is also enjoying a great deal of success.
Yeah, he's got that nice little, what I call the QB lean going right now. You see that little stroll that he's got
swagger
going? Yeah, he's definitely got that. You see him throwing the football, this nice little video. He's seeing that in his head as well because he wants more of that to happen. So anytime you see him that relaxed, that comfortable, usually it's a big thumbs up for his team.
Yeah, it's been a big highlight day for him. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here we go. Hey, watch that. Check right.
Rodgers now to throw. And his throw is incomplete. The veteran tight end Mercedes Lewis, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, as mentioned earlier, we're at or around the midway point of the season right now. And I want to go through a few AFC races and hear your thoughts on who's going to win. Let's start in the South. The Titans and the Colts 5-2, and the other team's only 1 victory. Who do you think wins this?
Boy, that's going to be a really tough one because of their style of play. But I will lean towards the Colts for 2 reasons. Defense and a reliable kicker.
Well, let's go to the north then. Steelers 7-0, Ravens 5-2, Browns 5-3. Is this the Steelers division?
I think it is with the way that they've started. Remember, they beat the Ravens on the road in their first matchup, and they beat the Browns at home. Gotta like how the Steelers are playing so far.
And then the changing guard in the East, Buffalo on top at 6-2. Is this all about the Bills, CD?
It should be all about the Bills, but how about those Dolphins? Now 4-3, Tua in charge at quarterback. They meet in the last regular season game of the year. I do think the Bills win the division, though.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. They call it no gain there on the 1st down play.
He's forced out of
They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
57,
Rodgers again now. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones.
And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Rodgers to throw once more. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. Well, a few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Mullins and the Niners now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. He turns and gives to Coleman. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, they will run with McKinnon. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26.
The ball carrier.
4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
on a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. It may just be the 2nd quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books. But it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll set up to throw it.
Looking deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
I'm seeing a lot of hands on hips in that secondary, and I suspect a lot of mumbling under their breath as well because this defense has had no answer for the passing game here in the first half.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
The 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27.
And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Now Jones.
And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
4 yards.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on now for the Packers at their all-time leading scorer, Mason Crosby.
A 28-yard attempt.
And the 13-year man puts it through. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand.
49ers, nothing.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. Now James returning. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Deebo Samuel and the 49ers back in possession here.
A chance maybe here for them to get him more involved. They're down here on the scoreboard, and he's been very quiet.
And the silence has been deafening for his team. They don't need that at all. They need fireworks. They need explosive plays. They need him touching the football in any way possible. Maybe go to some jet sweeps. Anything to get him going.
Yeah, something to get in the ball. We'll see if they can do it. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Packer pressure, and down he goes.
Well, Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground.
Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath. Nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down. This is Coleman. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here comes the 49ers punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. $40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
You're not ready. 57. Mike, 57.
Here's Rodgers to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
A more big picture discussion. We talked about the races in the AFC, but how about the NFC? Let's start out west. You got 4 teams out there at 500 or better. Seattle 6-1, Arizona 5-2. What do you think about the West, CD?
I do like Seattle, despite the fact that they lost at Arizona recently in overtime. They've got Russell Wilson. They win the division.
Yeah, it's probably looking like the Bucks and Saints in the South. They meet in Week 9. You have a preference there?
I do think that Tampa Bay's defense makes the difference in this one, despite the fact that New Orleans has won this division the last 3 years.
All right, we saved the best for last. You knew we had to go to it. What do you think is going to go on in the disaster that is the NFC East?
Believe it or not, Philadelphia is getting healthier and getting some of their key players back. I think it's Philly's division to lose.
2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. And that will be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. Nick Mullins in the offense set to take over. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown one interception. He wants to balance that off with at least one touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And he finds the tight end, Reed. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw Aaron Jones put together a very nice first half. His 3 touchdown passes have his guys out in front, as we hand things back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Green Bay offense ready to take over.
They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. A little jet sweep to start the drive. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
31-yard line.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
This is Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down.
42-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Over the middle, complete. That's Shepard.
Rodgers pass.
A gain of 6 there on first.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
A first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams.
It was DJ Jones who was there for the tackle.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Rodgers over the middle. That's caught by Adams. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 23. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
On first down, Jones. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Tackle made at the
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Eighth play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
Aaron Rodgers sacked.
Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
And for the 2nd time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. He made his first attempt, this from 45. The kick by Crosby is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger.
49ers nothing.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Mason Crosby.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Over 1st and 10. at their own 23.
Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Buying time to his left. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Opted to run for it. The decision, a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On first down now, run with McKinnon. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Taken down at the 40.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Here again is McKinnon. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped.
Offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Still 3rd down.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down.
Watch left. He's stopped right there.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He'll go over the middle to Reed, complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. And officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
But look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off.
Delay of game, offense.
What was that, man?
So that'll back them up 5.
Here we go.
Still 1st down.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Now they hand off to Coleman. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain on
Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
And his throw is going to be incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target, and that takes us from second to third down.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Intended for Deebo Samuel. Incomplete.
We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Robbie Gould on now to try the field goal. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it online, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this score will stay right where it is. Marching back onto the field now, Devontae Adams and company getting set to go. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
57. Mike, 57. I'm here.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Aaron Jones, the ball carrier. Akello Witherspoon on the tackle. It's a gain of a yard. And this is third down.
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look. 6 DBs. From the gun, Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more.
And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Mullins and the Niners now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up second.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
After the loss, here's 2nd and 12 from the 18. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And Reed with it over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day offense. Let's go.
Here's McKinnon. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Down at the 39-yard line.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
Adrian Amos on the
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
46-yard line.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Reed. 7 yards, the pickup there.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Packers' 38-yard line.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 24-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Back to throw now on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Let's see what you got.
Throwing again here on 2nd down, this time complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Niners on 3rd down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is 3rd and 4. Jordan Reed has it. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. A good run, 8 yards there, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Brought down. What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you've got to match that aggressiveness. No points so far in this game. Moving the football, got to be that way to go against them and try and get some points on the board.
And I'm curious on the defensive side if they... That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel there to make the grab. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. And the lead drops from 34 to 27. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Well, this ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But yeah, to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is, and I'm glad that you went in that direction because otherwise we're going to talk about the museum tour we took yesterday.
Which was also impressive.
Which was also very impressive. But this game, how they've done it, offense, defense, special teams, they put it all together. And I got to tell you, I am beyond impressed by what I've seen from this team.
And he powers his way up past the 30. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
He's tackled at the...
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
And this is 3rd down.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They'll run on first down. It's Jones. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, partner, Marvin, our number one stats guy just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 43. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
That's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. On second down, it's Jones. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Tackle that time by Jarquiski Tart.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
54, right there, 54, Mike.
On second down now, it's Jones. And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 21. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
Now 4th down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beef eaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
Well, we got beef eaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. That line's not eating tofu. I'll tell you that much for free. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll run it with Jones. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. He's been tough for this defense to handle, over 100 yards. You kind of knew that they were going to him on that play, didn't you?
They certainly did. That's one of those situations where you simply say, my best runner over my best blockers. Let's go ahead and pick it up. And I don't care if they know it on the other side. Here we come, and they got it done.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes a defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Rodgers passed.
Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
That's complete to the tight end, Warner.
Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football.
49ers, first down.
Well, call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill, or the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground. Whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off.
Delay of game, offense.
That's going to set them back 5 yards.
Still first down.
The delay of game backs him up 5, first and 15. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
That's complete to his running back, Taylor.
3 yards the gain there, second down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Behind the chain, second and 12.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
They'll take over.
This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
It's a gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Again, it's Jones. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
He was brought down.
This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
The Packers on third down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 4. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
So now the field goal unit trots out there for the third time tonight. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And Crosby puts it through. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further.
Packers 37, 49ers 7.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. Here's James. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Nick Mullins in the offense set to take over. And after a rough start, as we take a peek at the numbers, he's going in the right direction now.
So often when you see a game start the way we saw this one start for him, you just wonder if he's got a chance to bring it back at all. And that's exactly what he's done. Love seeing that happen simply because you know a guy has struggled and now he's found a way to make things better. That's pretty good stuff right there.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards on the play, first down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Back to throw again.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This is the type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night from Silicon Valley.